That being said, it didn't come without its challenges. You have to be really internally motivated, and you have to be constantly willing to spend time on your own and push yourself, even when there's no one around. On race day as well, so on like a race weekend, we typically, so usually I travel with mum, dad and my girlfriend Hannah, and so they each have specific roles on the day. So do you want to explain what your role was in Chicago?
So my role was basically cheerleader, so I have 2 cowbells which I rattle like fury as Harry comes around the track, which he says helps. I'm not sure how, but it does.
So I'm not cooking kind of all day and like having to make every meal from scratch at the time I eat it. So pies are a really good way of doing that, because you can put everything you want into it from a kind of macro perspective, so protein, fat and carbohydrate, but you can also ensure that they've got a diverse micronutrient breakdown, and they're tasty and easy to kind of reheat, so you can just stick them in the microwave for a minute or two and good to go. You know, you just will have to accept failure as a part of sport, just as it's a part of life. But the idea that actually I'll go and put myself out there and commit to something as big as that, and then actually not apply myself, that's what scares me. I have like a full suite of training materials now.
Hi.
Oh, hi Ruth. Hey. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Welcome to Testudo.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
I'm excited to do a Hyrox workout today.
Can't wait, put me through my paces. Hi, I'm Ruth and I'm a professional triathlete. And then I started exercising for fun. And I was like, this is what it should be like. Like, exercise should be fun. That's why I started doing it. It's why I got into it. Yeah, so we've had a really good morning of Harry kind of talking me a little bit through some of the workouts, which a little bit intimidating to be honest. Had a bit of lunch, had a bit of chill time. And now we're getting ready to go and see what it's all about. And I'm going to go and experience, hopefully, and make it through this workout and yeah, get put through my paces.
Well, today we're going to do some Hyrox.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll be reciprocating in the future, and I'll be doing some triathlon with you. But today's all about Hyrox stuff. Yeah. She's an outstanding world-class athlete already. She's got a phenomenal aerobic base, so I wouldn't spend any time working on her zone 2 capacity or her general aerobic preparedness. All of the time would go on Hyrox stations specifically, increasing her familiarity and looking to strengthen her trunk and her posterior chain are going to be the 2 big drivers in giving her race day performance. The VOLTRA for the sled pulls. Yeah. The reason for that is it's easier to set up, so it's a bit quicker. Great, so yeah, any trepidation about today?
A lot.
Yeah, well, I think you'll be absolutely fine, but should we make our way outside? I'll show you some of the gear, and then we'll get into it.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect, off we go. Okay, so we'll get the VOLTRA set up. Okay. And then once it beeps, lock it in place. Its back post has come across, then you can go to the other end and pull it the other direction. I'd want to get really specific on tracking and periodizing her progression from a strength perspective on each of the core movements that involve her lower body. So I'd look at, for example, using lots of leg extensions, lots of sled pull using the VOLTRA and tracking her power output, and then looking at some belt squats and tracking her numbers in a high rep range belt squat, kind of 10 to 12 plus, and then looking at sets of 5 or 6 sets twice a week. So all set to have a go? Yep. Perfect. I'm just going to inch you that way a tiny bit. Yep. There we go, clip you on. Okay, just get the feel of it. Lovely. Nice, almost done. That's 16, 17. Oh, keep your foot back. There we go, done. Yep. And then we're going to drop the hips and start to move. Once we feel it start to move, we then accelerate, then we pull with the upper body and a slight twist.
Ironman's always slightly different because it's so long, kind of anything can happen. Like you never quite know who's going to blow up at the front, who else is going to do whatever. So I think Ironman's probably a bit different.
And then I'll clip you on. Nice. Okay,
but I think the foundation, the base aerobic fitness that's required to do Hyrox, even though on the race you're racing at a higher intensity, would transfer nicely to triathlon.
Because then all the force that I generate as I come up.
Yeah, I think Hyrox is something that I've thought in the back of my head at some point, kind of would like to try it. And yeah, it was really good to kind of try it with someone who obviously is really good at what they do, knows what they're doing.
Okay, so this is option B for today's workout. So if we're looking to get a bit more out of kind of trying different Hyrox stations, putting Ruth through a few different options that aren't limited to like 2 stations, but actually looking to spread her across almost everything, so 7 out of the 8 possible workouts. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. No!
Yes! Yes, I get to get back on the bike.
Down. Right, music and timer, and let's get going.
Black kids call me a cracker, white kids call me a beaner. Ate lunch and school alone cause I didn't fit in with either. They told me that I can't rap.
Right now, I'd say psychologically I'm there. I feel ready to race. I'm excited about racing. I've not been excited about racing in a long time because of all the injuries I had to battle in the last 12 months. And now the idea that I can forget about my knee, stop worrying about my calf, and just take the shackles off and go at 100% for the entirety of the race is so exciting. So I think psychologically I'm there now.
And though the people looking sideways drive me crazy, you can't take my pride from me. I'm cool with the way God made me, yeah. By the way you react, I can tell that your hatred intact. You call me dirty, uneducated, illegal, and fat. Went to talk to Black Lives Matter, and I said Latinos do too. And they told me check your record.
Yeah, my fear is probably that I would realise that actually I'm not good enough to do that, and that that's not going to happen. So I think, yeah, have that belief that you can keep working away and you'll get to wherever you want to go.
You can't hold me down. 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 You can't hold me down.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as a workout. It was a really good intro to kind of Hyrox, some of the movements. Harry's a really good teacher. Like, he was very patient, he was very good at explaining stuff.
Heels down, good. Shoulders back, good. Also trying to distract the lower back. I think the biggest misconception that people have about Hyrox training right now is that lighter is better. I think when it comes to race performance, you need to be extremely careful about dropping weight and making any changes quickly. And it's not about who's the lightest, it's about who's the fastest. And so like in my training, I try and focus on counting the seconds, i.e. counting how fast I'm actually doing the workout, not the amount of weight that I've got on the scales. So you're better off, if you want more, slow it down or get more reps.
Yeah, like really enjoyed it.
So you think maybe we could get that doubles booked in this season?
I think I've got a lot of work to do before I can be feeling confident in competing next to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love that. I think that would be really fun.
I feel really positive and excited about this season because the pressure's off. We can go, we've got the World Championship title already, now we can chase that record and not have to think about anything that's getting in the way. Amazing. Well, look, thank you so much for coming over to train with me today. It's been great just to kind of like share some ideas and insights and chat like nutrition, training, give you a bit of a Hyrox kind of taster as well.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you. Thanks for showing me how it's done. So Harry's given me a nice sort of taster of most of the Hyrox movements. So next time I'm just going to take him out in full Ironman.